So now I'm starting it.
Oh, we just went live?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There it goes.
Rob, are you watching the YouTube?
Does it take a minute?
Takes a second.
Yeah.
It's the delay, dude.
Okay.
Come on now.
We're good. You ready to start?
Ready.
Alrighty.
You're listening to Thunderheads, a podcast for Thunder fans by Thunder fans.
Welcome to Thunderheads. If you're tuning in to YouTube Live, we are psyched to have you. I am Brandon Soul, joined, as always, lately. I don't say as always because you're not always here, but lately you're always here. So as always, the Thunder Tie himself, Mr. Justin Wright.
Mr. Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
Celebrity Jeopardy
Which
is amazing.
you're always very topical when it comes to your references.
That's right.
Good job. We'll lead you into that here in a bit. Doctor's back in the house. It's been a while. You must have brought yourself back to health. It's Rob Larson.
As always, I'm here. So,
Dark and stormy Jason Lewis.
Yes, sir.
Today's going to be a little bit of a weird episode. Since the schedule's releasing tomorrow, we don't have that to talk about. We got to wait to talk about that, but it'll be fun. We can kind of, talk about the things that have been released, and we'll touch on that a little bit. We got a game of Thunder Jeopardy that Justin over here has set up for us.
Very exciting.
It's going to be a blast. It's going to take up a lot of this episode. So if you
maybe why he's wearing a suit.
I think it 100% is why he's wearing a suit. If you are watching on YouTube Live, play along. It's going to be a great episode to watch because we'll have the Jeopardy screen on there. You can kind of just follow along. Hopefully it'll be fun, and hopefully it's not a disaster. But right now, let's bring in a guy. If you listen to us, you're definitely familiar with this guy, right? I mean, he's like
I would think so.
He's like the dude. If not, you can read him over at dailythunder.com. You can check out his work over at Up to Thunder on Twitter. We're super thrilled to have him on, so let's bring him in. It is Mr. Weston Shepard. Weston, thanks for being here, man.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me.
Absolutely. It's crazy that we haven't had you yet.
Yeah.
It's like we should have done this a long time ago.
I know it's been a weird bad blood thing brewing. I thought you guys were against me.
That is what it is. We thought that was you. Well, let's just get right into it because, man, it's been an exciting offseason, obviously. And so I want to know from you. I know that you're following this stuff super closely, and you got those thoughts rolling around your brain just like I do. How excited are you heading into the season, and how does it compare? How does it stack up to last season or really any other season?
Man, I don't know. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm excited. I was not happy with the way last season ended, as any Thunder fan would echo, and I didn't really expect Paul George to come back. So my expectations heading into the summer were pretty low. And obviously, he stuck around for 4 years and made my life complete and my heart happy. And then, ship off Melo, and, you bring in the German Schroeder kid, and then you've got Jeremy Grant coming back. Everything just kind of fell into place in a way that, as a Thunder fan, I think we've all just kind of just expected things to go horrifically wrong because that's kind of how things have gone over the past few years. So for it to work out the way it did was unbelievable, and I'm excited. I think I'm probably more excited now than I was last summer even, which is pretty crazy because the expectations were really wild then, but knowing that this team will be together for a while is something that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, last year it kind of happened so fast, right? With the Paul George trade and then the Carmelo trade especially happened super fast. And then there was so much pressure on the season as a whole. Whereas this season, like you said, everyone expected Paul George to leave. So all season it's just kind of hanging over the team, and no one really knows what the future holds with this team. And everything seems to go right for once in the lives of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Everything seems to go right.
It's about time.
And now it's just so exciting going forward. Now the expectations don't have to completely sink the team, right? I mean, isn't that a lost aspect of this? That, hey, Paul George did re-sign for 4 years. Hey, Jeremy Grant did re-sign for 3 years. We have a team going forward that you can really kind of build something instead of just saying, well, hopefully this works out, and then next year we'll try something else if it doesn't.
Oh my gosh, I looked at a list a few days ago of upcoming free agents next summer, big name guys, and obviously we are just used to looking at that list and having Thunder players being at the top of it, and then we sweat about it for 365 days. But there was no one on it that I care about at all, and that was a strange feeling and one that I could certainly get used to.
So, Weston, with Billy Donovan, a lot of people on Twitter love to call for his head every time something goes wrong. They lose by 2 to a great team. Billy Donovan should be fired. Do you think this continuity helps him, especially what people perceive as a hot seat? You think this is something fun for Billy Donovan to go into a season with this kind of continuity?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at what he's put up with over the past couple of years. I mean, he walked into a really great situation with Katie and Russ on it. And since then, it's just been musical chairs. I mean, people just moving around and leaving and new guys coming in. From his perspective, just being able to look at his roster and say, okay, I know that this is what I'm going to have, game one and going into the season after however long. It's got to be really comforting for him just knowing that he can actually build a game plan that might have some longevity to it. And that really hasn't been something that he's been able to do. So I'm looking forward to it. If it all falls apart, then sure, I think we'll probably hear a lot more of that calling for head. Maybe at that point, that'll be something they take a look at. But I think that he probably deserves a chance to run with a team that has the ability to stay together. So I'm excited about it, and we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, for sure. So outside of Paul George staying, obviously, because everybody's most excited about that, but outside of that, what else? What is the most exciting thing about this upcoming season to you? Like, is bench or like the continuity thing or?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Dennis Schroeder. I know that there's a lot of people that aren't really sure how he's going to fit and how the whole thing is going to work with him and Russ, but it's a good basketball player, and sure, he's got his faults, but as a fan of a point guard that has his faults, I have no qualms with that, and I'm interested. The bench hasn't had anything like this, and he's a good player that's willing to come off the bench and not throw a fit about it, and I'm really excited about that, and I really hope that it works out, and he's someone that we can plan on having around here for a couple years.
Weston, what do you make of this kind of change within the Thunder organization where, they're willing to take on a guy like Schroeder that currently has this, whatever you want to call it, misdemeanor hanging over his head that has yet to go to trial or whatever, and then, taking in Carmelo Anthony, taking in these guys that maybe in the past they would have been a little reluctant to take on. They have the new social media attitude, all this stuff. What do you make of this?
It's weird, right? I mean, and you got Nerlens Noel, who I think has some trouble with the law on his record as well. I think it's just them banking on the culture at this point. They've spent a long time building it and trying to perfect it. But, at this point, you kind of have to throw some darts to see what you can get to stick. And no one's going to beat Golden State or compete with Golden State unless you're willing to go out and get the best players available to you. And I think that's kind of where they're at. And I'm happy about it. I haven't done a ton of research into, what these guys have gotten in trouble for specifically. But, I think it's a good thing to kind of move forward and try to put the best team on the floor and bank on the culture to take care of the rest of it.
You mentioned Golden State. And speaking of Golden State,
I did.
It was announced yesterday, right? Or the other day. There was some rumblings I think last week. Yeah, some rumblings last week, whatever, that the season was going to open with Celtics 76ers followed by Thunder at Warriors. Turns out that is exactly what's going to happen. The Thunder are going to be at Golden State for the ring ceremony. What was your first thought when you learned this?
I mean, it's fitting, right? It seems like as we kind of move out of this KD and Russ hate each other period that we really went through there for a couple of years, it's like we really got to stretch to make as much of this as we possibly can. So, they're going to have a camera focused on Russ this entire time while Kevin's getting his ring, and it's just going to be baloney. But, it's fitting. The NBA is the best reality TV show on television at this point, and it just makes the most amount of sense. So I'm excited about it, and I hope that the Warriors come out flat like they have the last couple years, and we can get one.
It's totally going to be like, when KD won his MVP and there was the picture of Russ in the background, soon. There's going to be another moment like that, right? There's got to be something like that.
It's just rude.
It's going to be a little frightening, too, just as Thunder fans heading into that. No one wants to see this. No one wants to watch them get their rings. And then they make the Thunder have to be the ones to go in there and watch it, you know.
Hey, on the bright side, though, last year it was Thunder Rockets. Look at what the Western Conference Finals was. So Maybe it's just
You mean
TNT.
Warriors Rockets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Warriors Rockets. Sorry,
like,
Thunder Rockets.
did I
That's,
miss?
yeah, that's Christmas Day. But anyways, at least it's like, oh hey, like we're just gonna bank on Thunder and Warriors in the West Conference Finals. I like that aspect of it.
That'd be
Oh, gosh.
fantastic.
You're getting Weston excited. I heard him,
Yeah.
him just breathing heavily on the other side.
Yes.
And you spoke about KD, and he's going to be getting his ring on opening night. And it's been a popular question of late, and we got to talk about it a little bit. I think Chris Mannix of Yahoo went on the Herd and mentioned, you know what, I think that KD might want to return to Oklahoma City after the season. Obviously, there's financial gymnastics, as people like to put it, that they're going to have to get through if that would even want to happen. But say he did want to happen. Let's hypothetically say that that's what Kevin Durant wanted to do. He wanted to return to Oklahoma City. Would you, with as diehard as I know you are, as long as you've been watching this team, would you welcome him back with open arms?
Yeah, I would. And I know that might not be a popular answer, but, you know, I'm kind of the opinion that you want the best players available to you. And if they want to play for you, you take them. The financial stuff, I just have no idea how they would make that work. Obviously, you'd have to part with some pretty big pieces, but, you know, it's kind of one of those things. Obviously, I was really destroyed when he left, and I've hated basically every facet of his behavior since he left. But at the same time, it's the second best player on planet Earth. And, you know, sometimes you just forgive and forget if you really have a chance to put a team together that could win a championship.
And if Russ forgives him, you know, we'd all have
Yeah.
to. So
Yeah,
that's
emotionally,
really the
I take
thing.
all my cues from Russ. So.
Exactly.
It would be annoying if he came back and he just kind of kept doing what he's doing,
Oh,
you know,
God.
and then started dealing with like the Warriors fans coming at him or something, and you're just like, dude, will you just shut up for once? Just shut
Russ,
up.
throw his phone into the wall and make this end.
That would happen.
Yeah.
It would be a
It's
different
been
locker
so
room
strange.
dynamic, right? KD would come into a locker room that he's used to kind of running, at least co-running to a certain extent. You'd walk back in, and here's Russ like, no, man, this is my locker room. You're walking
Yeah.
in my locker room.
That'd be pretty cool.
What is it going to take, Weston?
and, you know-
oh, go ahead.
No, I think that could possibly be, you know, finances aside, one of the reasons why he wouldn't consider coming back. It would be nearly impossible for him to come in and live with this Russell Westbrook being the leader of the team. I think it would be really strange. So there are so many obstacles, but it's a fun talking point.
Now I really want to know who's in KD's old locker. Like, has that just sat like? It's no way it's sat empty. So who's sitting there now? Like, whose stuff is in that locker? And he's gonna walk in and be like, "Wait, that was my locker. Wait, what's going on here?"
It's just Russ and
I
PG hanging
think
out
that's
together.
where Nick Carlson kept all of his hair product.
So much.
Still filled
Just
with it.
4 hair dryers. Why do you need all those, man? What's it going to take for Thunder fans and KD, for that matter, to move on, be cordial with one another, and just kind of keep each other out of one another's mouths?
This is assuming he does not come back, just in general.
Correct.
I don't know. I really don't. I assumed that it would have passed by now, at least the really nasty side of it, which it has to a degree. But the dude just can't keep his mouth shut. And I get it. Like, Thunder fans are an extremely emotional group, myself included. And, you know, fans are going to be fans. But, you know, he really does a good job of just kind of poking and prodding and keeping this thing going. So I really think it starts with him, which is, you know, a victim thing to say. But I think he just has to stop talking and just keep his mouth shut. Just go be really good at basketball, which is something he could do quite easily. So I think with Paul George sticking around for a while and Russ here for the long haul and Steven Adams and all this and that, you know, Thunder fans could probably begin that process if they haven't already, but he's really got to stop doing weird stuff online.
I do wonder if it's going to take a championship to get past that. You know,
Goodness.
I don't know. I feel like as like Thunder fans, we've moved past it more. I think obviously there's like fanatical people out there, like the people that are, you know, on the extreme. But I feel like most Thunder fans have kind of moved on, and I think, you know, like Weston said, Paul George signing for 4 years helps that. You kind of forget about what happened, but KD like plays into it. He is the one
He's like
who really
herpes.
keeps it going.
he just flares up every once in a while.
Yeah. And he says like terrible.
Also,
things.
probably has it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Perhaps.
Farts on the face. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Oh my
That's how
gosh.
you get it.
Not the
Okay,
place. Not
Going
the
down a
place.
bad road.
That's the thing we bleep. We're bleeping that. Weston, you've done an awesome job with Up the Thunder. Everyone knows this. Your stuff looks great. Do you recall the exact moment that you fell in love with Thunder basketball?
I do, and it's not that exciting. I was a NBA fan my entire life. I grew up a big Charles Barkley fan, then moved on to Ray Allen, and just living here, small town USA, Oklahoma. I never really even imagined that we would have a basketball team, but I was perfectly content, just loving basketball from afar. Then obviously everything came together, and my dad scored some tickets, and we went to the very first game in Oklahoma City. And I just remember like being in there and soaking it all in. Like David Stern was there, and just all this. It was like this really overwhelming thing to love the game as much as I do, and I know a lot of Thunder fans do, to just like have it here. So it was really upfront. But aside from that, that moment in the playoff series versus the Lakers right after being eliminated, when the crowd just stood and cheered for like 5 minutes.
Getting
out of
chills right
nowhere.
now.
I mean, it was euphoric. I don't know. That was the moment that I was just like, I'll never be the same.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate with that.
Weston, just to run with that, man. Growing up in Oklahoma, and we're all kind of in that same generation where we weren't like super young when the Thunder came here, but we kind of came of age with the Thunder. So in what ways have you seen Oklahoma change just based on the impact of the Oklahoma City Thunder being here?
I mean, just go downtown and look around. Right. It's unbelievable. It's like a completely different place. And I think a lot of that is true. And I think there's another part of it is just validation. And the rest of the world seeing that, this place isn't, filled with horse-drawn carriages and shootouts in the street. And I think just kind of having that recognition around the world that this is, an actual city and place where people go to work and drive cars. It's good. It's been good for everybody, and just that confidence that it's given everybody, along with just the financial and all the growth that the state's undergone. It's been unbelievable.
Weston, we're going to leave you with this one. You do have to run Up the Thunder, so you kind of have to keep a level head during the games, I would assume, to a certain extent when you're watching. So how emotional do you let yourself get while you're watching these games?
Oh, man, it depends. 82 games are a lot, so
sure.
I think that there's a lot of, I don't want to say autopilot, but you can keep your emotions in check generally in, game 38 of the season when you're playing the Nets in Brooklyn at 6:30 in the evening.
Except for last season when they lost those games.
Right. Well, yeah. Last season was weird. I was really upset a lot at first, and then after a while, it was just I resigned to the fact that maybe this team's not that good. So, but the big games, those are really difficult. Running the account and playing the Warriors, and Kevin does something, Steph's chewing on his mouthpiece. You want to say some terrible things. You just have to kind of keep yourself in check and try to be as civil as possible.
Have you ever tweeted something and then had to delete it right away?
Oh yeah, I've done that many times. Yeah, and there's a few of us that kind of help out on the account, and they're pretty good police about that. They know that I can kind of get out of hand sometimes, so they'll.
Do you have any good ones? Do you have any good ones off the top of your mind, off the top of your head that you can share with us that you said?
Oh, I mean, I used to. It's just like real big deal. I used to curse a little bit, but I got in trouble for that, so we had to knock that off. So just a few of those instances, but try to keep it as PG as possible. I know we got the kids following us, so
absolutely.
Well,
you guys do an awesome job, man. You can go read his stuff at Daily Thunder. They took over Royce Young's old website, man. They do an awesome job. Weston works super hard. Go give him your support. Thanks for coming on with us, Weston.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me and love what you guys are doing. And best of luck to you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Weston Shepherd, everybody. Now it's time to shift the spotlight over to this man with a suit, but still wearing shorts.
You can't see, man. Come on.
Well, They know
That's
now.
actually the best part of it.
It's like a news desk where you're sitting down.
That's true.
No one knows where you're wearing. You could be naked as shit under there.
That I kind of wish you were.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I'm sitting right next to you, man. You'd see all of it.
So how do we want to do this? Are we just gonna like jump right into this? Do we need like a theme song?
Oh, I've got a theme.
You got a theme song?
It's there.
Lead us in.
Might not be super legal, but
If we talk over it, it's legal.
Yeah, no,
that's perfectly fine. You wanna?
thank you for all the people that do this show, including a certain Canadian man that has a mustache.
You hear that A flat in there? It's different than the normal.
Also, I put the little hi hat in there, so we're good.
So everyone's got their buzzer ready.
Yeah, we all got our buzzers ready. So
And we do want to encourage everyone to play along with
Yeah.
us here on YouTube. If you're in the chat,
Do not give Rob the answers.
play each other. Yeah, Rob's probably already.
yeah, please. This is meant to be interactive and fun, and I tried to get a good mix of. There's some gimmies in there. There's some harder ones. Some stuff that I went kind of off the wall trying to find. Most of it.
Oh no!
Most of them are about current players. I'll kind of tip you guys off if it is like some of the answers are. It'll say former player. There are some categories where I don't specifically say that, so I'll kind of give you guys the tip off before that. But you guys, how about this? Let's go pick a number between 1 and 100, starting with Rob.
76.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
41.
It's going to be Jason.
All
You
right.
control the board. Your categories.
So we're
for
gonna
the-
go clockwise. Well, that's
No,
not how
it's-
it works.
It's whoever controls.
Testing you, bro.
It's
This is testing you.
Whoever controls the board will go. So your categories
Making sure you know the rules.
are Mr. Thunder, inauguration, playoffs, back to school, and potent quotables.
Just because Rob isn't gonna like it, I'm gonna go Mr. Thunder for 100. Justin.
All right. Graduated from this university in 2003.
Is it me?
Rob buzzed in first. Rob,
I thought I did.
What is the University of Kansas?
University of Kansas is correct.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot how this game worked.
I
until
forgot
just
to
now.
buzz in.
Yeah,
I
you
had
guys-
time to click on the tab on the buzzer, click the buzzer.
Okay,
and then
I
do
hit
it.
spacebar. Thought it would work.
I hit spacebar too. It did work.
Yeah,
didn't work for me.
It did.
Maybe it wasn't
did
activated.
that time. All right.
It's in this game. It's
Rob,
Double Jeopardy.
you control the board.
Let's do playoffs for 100.
All right. Defeated by the Thunder 4-2 in the 2012 Western Conference Finals. Brandon.
Who are the Los Angeles Lakers?
No, that is
Damn it,
incorrect.
that's wrong, idiot. I know the answer now.
Oh, Rob
Anyone?
buzzed in.
Rob buzzed in.
Who are the San Antonio Spurs?
Correct.
I just made myself look like an idiot on the internet.
Don't
Rob-
worry. I'm sure I'll
Rob,
take over that.
board's still you, bud.
I'm nervous.
Let's
too.
go back to school for 200.
Back
Oh.
to school for
Is
200.
that music going to play the whole time?
California
stop
it. It's
State
a little
at
annoying.
Fresno, 2008 to 2010.
Who is Paul George?
Brandon buzzed in, and that is correct. Who is
Got it.
Buckets?
Sorry, I was trying to turn off the damn music.
Hey, you're-
Couldn't buzz in.
You're back positive. That's a good thing for
Here's-
you, and you control the board.
Here's something interesting, real quick.
Okay.
We have a history. I see no buzzes by Jason. Jason, are you playing
I've been
this
doing
game?
all this other stuff.
Okay.
Okay, Jason, just no sounders, nothing. Just
I'm
you
back
just,
in.
Just play the game.
My head's in the game now.
Plenty of time. You can come back. You got this.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Yeah. All right, Brandon. Board's yours.
Back to school for 100 ball.
Back to school for 100. Pittsburgh, 2012 to 2013. Brandon.
Who is Steven Adams?
Correct.
Jesus.
Back
Didn't
to
even
school.
give me a chance.
Back to school for 300.
Back to school for 300. Providence, 1983 to 1987. Brandon.
Who is Billy Donovan?
correct?
Oh my God! I didn't have time to look at the year before you buzzed.
Yeah, it's hard to
Back
see
to school
around
for
the-
400.
It's hard to see around the camera.
Yeah, I understand that. I've got it in front of me, so I'm asking the questions. It doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. So, or
still though.
asking the answers, I guess. Back to school for 400. Kentucky, 2007 to 2010.
I'm gonna have to clear my own buzz
Okay,
because I hit it before.
Rob, you
you
buzzed
pulled
in.
up the question.
I panicked. That was a panic buzz.
My buzz.
Can I rebuzz?
Okay, that is incorrect.
Who is Patrick Patterson?
That is correct. Patrick Patterson.
I actually knew that one, but I just I had to follow my own.
Let's finish out the category
Well, it's still
there,
yours.
Justin.
I like that you're playing standard Jeopardy. Like you go down the category. You don't jump around like some assholes do.
Hey, you haven't seen me in Double Jeopardy. I changed it up.
Back to school for 500. North Carolina, 2002 to 2005.
Who is Raymond Felton?
Oh, I buzzed in. I didn't get that one?
No,
I just
Didn't even
swept
look.
that category.
Well, I don't know anything about college basketball, so
Well, that's why I went with that category.
there it buzzed.
when I got there,
God dang it.
All right.
the buzzers.
What now?
No,
The-
it's
well,
good.
it also you have to remember the buzzer does it locks you guys out if you don't buzz in time.
So let me get this straight. If I buzz and I see that it's my buzz, can I go ahead and answer? Or do I need to wait for you to call?
You need to
on me?
wait.
Wait for me to call on you.
Yes, sir.
Because
Just-
I will finish the answer before I call on you to give me.
what
the
if my
question.
buzz expires?
He'll know.
I've
still
got the
know.
history.
All right. All right. Let's go with playoffs for 200.
Playoffs for 200. This team has played Oklahoma City in 19 total playoff games, most of any NBA franchise. Jason.
Who is the Dallas Mavericks? Who are?
Incorrect. Brandon.
Who are the San Antonio Spurs?
Incorrect.
I'll
I
give it a
thought
try.
that was it.
Guess. Who are the Los Angeles Lakers?
Incorrect.
What is it?
Who are the Memphis Grizzlies?
Oh, I forgot
all
about
idiots.
the Grizz.
Interestingly enough, the
Forgot they were a
Spurs
team.
The Spurs are at 18 games. They're the closest. But is Memphis at 19? You got to remember that's the 2 7-game
The 7
series.
games, yeah.
And then you've got the 5-game series where Russ was hurt and all that. So there's your 19. There's your 19 right there
So
already.
it's 1,200 me.
So yeah, it's back to you, Brandon.
Oh, you went down. Shit.
Yeah,
all
everyone
did,
everyone
yeah.
lost points there.
I'll let Jason get caught up here for a second. Let's go with playoffs for 300.
Oh, I see.
I gotta fill all this in. I forgot
Yeah,
about the negative
I
points
forgot about
parts.
that too.
Yeah.
So I was going to say,
He's
let me
gonna
drink
get
my
blown
wine
out.
here.
I'm not gonna ever win.
Playoffs.
No, you got it.
300. Only team to be swept by the Thunder in the playoffs.
Jesus, you're so fast.
Oh, you buzzed in, Brandon.
Dallas Mavericks. Well, who are the Dallas Mavericks?
Boom.
That was pretty close. To
I
not being correct.
Yeah.
did give you that one. I let it slip, but
Don't do it again.
I
son.
corrected it.
you did. You got it.
This game's stupid.
Worked it out.
I don't even like
Brandon, you're at 1,500.
I don't even think my
Jason,
buzzers
you're at
work.
minus 200.
it. Second
Rob,
place, baby. I haven't
You're
done
at minus
anything.
400. You guys got some ground to catch up
Sure
on.
do.
You're a good host, man.
Brandon,
Oh.
it's all you.
I'm a bad contestant, though.
No, you're not. We're
Playoffs.
riffing here.
Playoffs for 400.
Playoffs for
Supposed to jump
400.
around.
First team to be defeated by the Thunder in the playoffs since moving from San Antonio.
What?
From what?
Seattle?
Or from Seattle, sorry.
Ah,
I was
damn.
trying to look at the buzzer.
Did you move from
Did you give us the answer?
Who are the Denver Nuggets?
Buckets.
Damn it. To hell.
Be
What
honest
are
with you,
you
I didn't
doing,
know that.
Rob?
How many have I got in a row now?
So many.
Man, you've gotten quite a few there.
I buzzed.
If you were just a little slower on that
Yeah.
buzzer.
Brandon's good on the buzzer, man.
All right, let's finish it out. Playoffs
All
500.
right. Defeated by the Seattle Supersonics in the 1979
Wow.
NBA Finals.
Sure don't know that.
Yeah, I wanted to pull out a hard one here.
I was dead.
Oh, man.
I'm not. I don't want to risk my. I don't want to go farther negative.
Points.
I don't want to go further negative.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Who are the Washington Bullets?
Yeah.
Would have got that way wrong.
Well, I wanted to toss it
But I
out
like
there.
it.
I got
I
to
like
make
it.
some tough ones. I had to bring it back to Seattle
Let's go with
because they're still upset about stuff. So,
Let's go with Mr. Thunder for 200.
all right. Born and raised in this Midwestern U.S. state, Brandon.
What is Iowa?
Correct.
I hit that one. Phone's a little slow,
My
apparently.
knowledge. What,
No, it's. I don't think it's. I don't think it's.
I
getting
think
all
Brandon's hacked it.
because it doesn't even show any of it. It only shows Brandon.
well, because
Oh.
it locks it when you hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no one else
Dang
can
it.
buzz.
Yeah.
I think he's hacked it.
He's real quick on these. I'm watching his space bar there.
Mr. Thunder for 300, please.
All right. In 2003, he lost the national championship to this former Thunder player, Brandon.
Who
hit
is
it at the
Carmelo
same
Anthony?
time. Hit at the same time.
I mean, I could see it out of the corner of my eye every time.
Guys, this is just showing my knowledge to our listeners.
Destroying
That's all this
everything.
is.
Crap.
Mr. Thunder for 400.
Should I just kick him out of the buzzer so you guys...
Yeah, just lock me
Let's
out.
see what we have.
Drafted by the Seattle Supersonics with this pick
Ooh.
of the historic 2003 NBA draft. Jason, you buzzed in. Good luck.
Uh-oh. I bust in as I hit the question just so I could get
Guess
the
a
buzz.
number, dude.
Fourth pick.
What
And
is the
no.
fourth pick?
What is the fourth pick?
Either way, it's wrong.
Wrong. Damn it.
I'll
What
buzz.
is the
Wait,
Rob was in.
Oh, Rob's in.
What pick was he drafted?
With this pick.
Number 2. What is the second pick? What?
Incorrect.
What are we doing?
Oh, that's what I was gonna go with.
Brandon,
buzz.
you want in there?
What is 9?
Incorrect.
What is 9?
You guys all took a stab at it. I'm proud of you guys.
What is it? 7th?
12.
Oh, I would have never got that. So how many
to
points did I lose?
We lost
Just 400.
400.
Everyone,
Christ.
hey, everyone lost 400, so it doesn't really matter. So you're good.
I just gotta type it in.
Brandon, back to
So
you.
the buzzer does work. I can confirm.
Can
All
confirm.
right.
Can confirm.
Let's go with. Thinking about it, Mr. Thunder for 500.
Oh my God.
In a 10-point win, Collison scored the final points of his career against this Western Conference opponent on March 13th, 2018. Jason.
Who are the Memphis Grizzlies?
Incorrect.
What? What? That was
Oh, Brandon.
Who
Sorry.
are the San Antonio Spurs?
Correct.
huh?
I didn't remember that, and it just happened. In
I remember he had a
March.
good game.
Yeah.
He had like a really good game.
I remember.
That's the problem.
So the background on my phone is the dunk that he had against the
Stupid.
Suns.
Mm.
That last dunk
Stupid.
that he had. It was
Guys,
incredible.
I'm winning by a lot.
So
This
many
is-
points.
yeah, this
I
is-
am losing
this is tough.
horrendously.
This is tough.
All right, inauguration for 100.
All right.
Oh God.
First head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Ah!
Jason.
PJ, who is PJ Carlissimo?
There it is.
Got
Jason.
one, baby. I'm
Jason.
back.
It's a mistake not to have your buzzer
That
pulled
was
up.
only 100
Jason,
points.
so you guys
it is-
know.
It is your
Stop
board.
Googling the answers.
Watching YouTube.
Oh God, I'm nervous.
Are they playing?
So
Dang, they
let's
are
go
playing.
potent
Yeah, they are.
quotables for 100.
Potent quotables for 100 after getting water poured on him in a post-game interview. Oh, motherfucker! Shit!
Oh God.
Jason.
Who is Carmelo Anthony?
Buckets.
I am on that comeback.
I buzzed in, just so you know. I buzzed in.
It's all locked up.
You get half the points if I buzz, or
No,
no? Okay.
Jason, you're bored.
Let's go potent quotables for 200.
Announcing a big decision. If you didn't hear, let me say it again. I'm here to stay. Jason.
Who is Paul George?
Buckets.
I'm so on fire.
All over it. Jason.
Potent quotables for 300.
He's up to negative 700.
When asked if something was wrong in a post-game interview, I just don't like you. No, I love Nick. I just don't like you. Jason.
Who is? This is the person who said this. Who is Russell Westbrook?
There you go.
You can't ask the question.
Yeah, that's a deduction.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
it's no points deducted. Potent quotables for 400.
You were clearly you were confident in it. You
Queerly is what you had right. Is oh, I can't.
On the team's defensive
They're
philosophy, we've just got to stay committed to it, even if they score once and we feel bad. Just trust and believe in the system. Rob.
Who is Steven Adams?
Incorrect.
That was my guess too.
Don't make me go negative more.
Burp, burp, burp.
Oh, I like it.
Who is Andre Robertson?
Oh, defense was the clue there.
Yeah, I went defense.
Potent quotables for 500.
When asked in his exit interview about shooting threes, I'm comfortable shooting it. I mean, the tough part is just making them, you know? Rob.
Who is Andre Robertson again?
Incorrect.
I knew it would be again.
How'd you get that buzz in?
Jason.
Who is Steven Adams?
Correct. He's positive. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back in the positives.
So I
Comeback story of the year.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
switched.
Rob's at negative 1700.
So I switched those.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Well,
You know,
it's
half
minor.
the points I should
No.
probably get.
People are like, why
You
is
don't
this
get
guy
half
on the
points.
podcast? I don't think he watches the team.
I don't watch.
See, this
Oh
is
my
this is
God,
why
that
I'm
was-
glad I made it, because I'd just be like, shit, one of the guys that plays. Who is that guy? Who's that guy?
All right, what we
There it
got?
is.
You're up.
Jason.
Oh yeah, my guess inauguration for 200.
All right. The nickname for the team was chosen over this oil-based name, later used for Oklahoma City's AHL affiliate team, Brandon.
What is Barons?
Correct.
Nailed it.
I was really happy to put that one in there.
I went to the Barons last.
The answer was actually who are barons?
Well, it's the same thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a stickler.
Inauguration for 300, please.
Please.
All right.
Alex?
This company held the naming rights to the Thunder's home arena in their inaugural season. Rob.
Oh my God.
Who is Ford?
Correct.
Got it. He's
Yeah.
on.
1400.
Rob,
Wrap this up, boys.
board's yours.
Inauguration for 500.
Oh.
Switched it. Yeah.
Oh, switched it on me.
The
Yeah.
Thunder beat this Northwest Division opponent for its first win after relocation. Brandon.
Who are the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Rob, maybe. I don't know. You slammed the thing.
I haven't. I haven't buzzed because
Oh.
I'm not trying to lose
Rob.
points.
Who are the Portland Trailblazers?
Incorrect.
Who else is in that division?
I already went, so it's
Yeah, it's just you.
You've got 2 options, bro.
Come
remember the other
on.
one.
You got Utah or Denver. I'll give you
No,
that.
what are you doing? Put that
Hey,
camera back
He's
on
got
me.
100.
He buzzed
Buzzed
in.
in. Who are the Utah Jazz?
Oh, no! Who are the Denver Nuggets?
Hey, you're right. It was better that way. I thought it would have been good if he had guessed somebody outside of the division, but
trying to stay
50-50 and he
positive.
got it wrong. That was better.
Now you know
Oh, man.
how Jason would do in like a life-threatening
I would die
situation.
if I have to cut one of the cables.
Rob, I think it's still your board.
Oh, I thought we just. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. 400. Yeah.
Opponent, the Thunder played in their inaugural game. Brandon.
Who are the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Incorrect.
We should. Weston was just talking about it. Well, I guess he's at a home game.
he didn't say who they
Oh,
played.
was
though.
it? No, it was. Didn't that guy have the ticket?
I think it was preseason.
Oh, okay. All right.
Rob?
Yeah. Who are the Portland Trailblazers?
Incorrect.
That's not
Oh
fun.
my God.
We just went with the same thing.
I
You
did
go ahead and burn this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Burp, burp.
Guess the Jazz.
Who are
Trey-
the Milwaukee Bucks?
Would have missed it. So I'm glad I burped.
I disagree with that.
It's just going negative.
What?
I guess.
That's a fact.
Yeah. It's funny to disagree with facts.
All right,
all
so
I'm saying.
at the end of the first round, we've got Brandon in the lead at 1,800 points. Jason, you're in second at minus 400.
Damn it! I was.
And Rob, you're in last at minus 2,300.
Well, I'm in third. We don't say last.
You're in
Second
third.
runner-up, I
You're-
guess.
Second
you're in
runner-up.
third. You know what?
If this
you're,
was a
you're
beauty
right.
pageant, I'd
You're-
be second runner-up.
You're right.
so.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I'd like to thank my mom, my pops.
We got round 2,
Oh,
so
I
don't
can't
get too
wait for you
excited.
to just flunk this round and lose all those points.
All right. So despite
Do I go since I'm in the lead?
Hey guys, I'm trying my best.
Wait, I thought I had control of the board.
I'm sorry,
No.
I'm not keeping up with the board as
So-
well
I think
as
it
Justin.
changes in Double Jeopardy.
Wait,
I want
what?
official, can I
It's
get official
moved.
rules?
yeah, no, it will be Brandon. Give me a second here.
Oh no, you
Hey,
take your
who
time.
who in the chat is winning? That's what I want to know.
Well, there's no way to know. They're all just.
Yeah, who's keeping score? They need a
Just
scorekeeper.
shouting random answers. In
Guys,
there?
we need you to be more.
Organize yourselves.
organized.
yeah.
So let's take a pause here. Just
For our
take a
sponsors.
deep
Breathe
breath.
a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, our sponsors.
I can tell you nobody got that last one right. So
Yeah, that makes me feel better.
So, moving into the second round, Brandon, you will control the board. The categories for the second round. Now, granted, in normal Jeopardy, these point values would be doubled. However,
They are not.
they are not doubled because that would have been way too hard for me to just
Limitations.
We don't want to have to figure
Exactly.
that out.
It's-
Okay.
I was using the internet. It's whatever. So this is what I had to work with. We're using the same point values. Just go with it. So your categories for the second round of Thunderheads Thunder Trivia are the Brody, Welcome to OKC, in which it will be how did X player get to Oklahoma City?
Ooh, that's fun.
Numbers game, which I'll give you stats. You'll pick the player.
I'm gonna lose that one.
Records.
I like that one.
Oklahoma City / Seattle records.
Ugh.
It will
Seattle.
specify if it's an Oklahoma City only record,
I appreciate
which
that.
most of them are, and the early years, recounting the early days of the Oklahoma City franchise. Brandon, you are in the lead, so you control the board.
Welcome to OKC for 100.
Welcome to OKC for 100. Acquired via trade with the 76ers for Ersan Ilyasova and a 2020 first-round draft pick.
Who is Jeremy Grant?
That is correct.
Oh my God, it made your points 1,800, 1,900. That's very confusing. Nothing.
What?
Moving on.
Welcome to
he,
OKC.
He got 100 points.
No, the mine thing messed up.
Oh,
Move
okay.
ahead.
Okay.
Welcome to OKC for 200.
Okay. Acquired from the 76ers in a 3-team trade involving Carmelo Anthony. Jason.
Who are Dennis Schroeder and TLC? Oh,
That is incorrect.
I didn't see just the 76ers
Brandon.
part.
Who is Timothée Luwawu Cabarro?
That is correct.
God, I was
Jason.
giving you time to buzz in on that one,
I'm
Rob.
so sure of myself.
Jason.
To be honest with you, I
man.
only saw
I didn't
half
read the whole question.
Yeah, I can't see all of it.
Can you really not?
I really can't. Even if I move back, some of it's hard.
So you're.
You can look off mine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's better.
There you go.
All right, we're doing
300.
All right. Traded by the Nuggets in 2016, this former Thunder player arrived for a 2017 second-round draft pick. Brandon.
Who is Randy Foy?
Incorrect.
Ooh, missed the points there. I can't think of his. Yeah.
Who is Joffrey Laverne?
Ooh, glad
Wasn't
I
it
didn't.
2 second rounders? I don't mean to pick apart your thing. I feel like it's 2 second rounders.
The b-ball ref that I saw, like as far as the trade went, said.
Okay.
Yeah.
gotcha.
That's where I got that information.
Fair enough. All right, let's keep it moving with
Yeah.
400.
Well,
I'm actually
let's-
not sure that I remember this one, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh God.
Yeah. This former Thunder player was acquired along with Nate
wow.
Robinson via a trade involving Jeff Green and Nenad Krstić. Brandon.
Who is Kendrick Perkins?
Correct. I didn't remember it. I was just kidding.
I need to get some points.
Feeling
you know?
good, guys. Welcome to OKC for 500.
This one's fun. This player was traded to Oklahoma City by the Golden State Warriors, who received him on draft night in a trade with Minnesota in 2013. Yeah, this one's tough. This one's way out of there.
Huh.
Oh, wait. I had something and I lost it.
Brandon.
You buzzed. You gotta get an answer, or you're gonna lose some points.
Who is Archie Goodwin?
Incorrect.
Ooh.
The
got
20
Because the
there,
Thunder
Bob?
traded him.
he drafted in 2013 is important here.
It's going to be... I know who it is.
I have no idea.
Bam, bam, bam. Who is Andre
Dre
Robertson?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so really part of the reason why I wanted to throw that in there. That's a really interesting thing.
Yeah.
That it kind of like
I kind of didn't remember
I was
that
looking
happened.
I was looking through all these, like trying to find these like really interesting things I could throw in. I was like, well shit, well Dre was kind of a warrior for like a second, I guess. Is the
That'd be
best way
weird.
to put that. So yeah. Brandon, it is still your board and you're still in the lead.
By the way, I think we're on to something. Just host trivia via live on YouTube, and you just have everyone flooding in there. You give away
kinda
prizes
fun.
and stuff.
It's kind of fun.
be fun
sounds
for
like
people.
a great thing for Twitch.
Ooh, it
Or
does.
Twitch. I agree. All right, let's go numbers game for 100.
100.
Excuse me. Second
Rob looks checked out.
Second on the team in scoring in 2008-2009 at 16.5 points per game.
Wow.
Give this one up. You guys, free game. No one's buzzed in.
16.5 points a game.
Brandon.
Who is Jeff Green?
Correct.
Nice. Oh,
That was a tough $100 question.
That was his rookie year, was it not?
Second year.
Okay. I was going to say, that's a lot of points.
He was a rookie with Kevin Durant.
That's right.
Which I tried to not
Numbers
mention on this
game
thing.
for 200.
Pulled down a team high 3.0 offensive rebounds per game in 2015-2016. Brandon.
Who is Steven Adams?
Incorrect.
Ooh, lost points.
What?
Team high.
Jason or Rob? Rob.
Who is Andre Robertson?
Incorrect. Jason.
Who is Ennis Cantor?
Correct.
Boom, baby.
Forgot about him.
Who
Yeah.
is penis cancer?
It's crazy that I feel like I've already forgot about him.
I definitely have.
How could you?
Yeah.
Let's go the Brody for 100.
The Birdie for 100. As of August 9th, 2018, Russell Westbrook has recorded a triple-double against every team in the NBA except for this one, Brandon.
Who is the Oklahoma City Thunder?
That is correct.
Yeah. That one
That
makes
was-
sense.
that was-
I thought there was like one team left. And no.
That was it was
I
kind of a
remember now
trick
the-
question, but also a self-serving thing where I hope Russell Westbrook never triple-doubles against OKC.
I'm
that'd
just
be
going
the
to keep
saddest
going
day.
down the line so you can prepare for you and Rob here.
Okay.
All right.
Brody, 2.
You guys good?
Yep.
Okay. Born November 12th, 1989 in this Los Angeles suburb. Brandon.
Who's Paul George?
What?
Incorrect. These are all about Russell Westbrook.
It works. He doesn't know how it works.
I'm sorry.
I blanked.
I don't feel like I made this category clear enough. The Brody is all about Russell Westbrook.
It's called the Brody.
Rob.
Who is Russell Westbrook?
No.
Wait.
Doesn't know how it works.
Wait, what?
Incorrect.
Wait,
It's
what?
what's the name of the suburb?
Born November 12th,
Oh.
1989
In
in
this suburb.
this
Okay, guys.
I thought it was another trick question.
Los Angeles suburb.
Also, wasn't it 1988?
It might have been.
I think it was.
I
Because he's my age.
sort of think I know, but
I thought it was-
I'll try it.
Jason.
What is this? Is probably way off. Culver City? No.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
It is what is Long Beach?
Damn.
California.
Minus points.
Thought for sure it was Paul George.
I thought I made it clear enough by the category being the Brody.
I thought it was a trick question.
He was
I
born in
blanked.
Paul George.
I blanked the Brody 300.
All right.
All right, so this is about Russell Westbrook.
I'm losing
It
points,
is.
guys. Rob's sitting at a cool negative 2,700.
All right, here we go.
Westbrook's UCLA lost its second straight Final Four appearance to Derrick Rose and this
college, I
school,
don't know.
Brandon.
Who is Memphis? University of
Correct.
Memphis.
Who's the
No.
University of Memphis? Brandon, I'm
Keep it
assuming
going,
you-
400.
I was going to say. Named Defensive Player of the Year for the 2007-2008 season in this conference. Brandon.
It's either Pac-10 or Pac-12, but I don't know. Who is the Pac-10?
Correct. That was actually why I put it in there. I was expecting someone to stumble and say Pac-12. It was the Pac-10.
I didn't know the
back
number. I
Which,
just knew
by
Pac.
the way,
I was just going to say
Defensive
Pac.
Player of the Year in college in this conference, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, as I was looking up this, all these stats and stuff, so the year after that, Taj Gibson wins Defensive Player of the Year, and then it was Andre Robertson several years later.
Huh.
So three former Thunder, three Thunder players, one former, have won.
Didn't Hustis? I think Hustis may have.
I don't think he won Defensive Player of
No.
the Year. I think he was second team All Conference.
We had like a trivia question about this on one podcast or something. Because it was when Gibson was on the team, too.
unless I didn't just see his name. I might just not have seen his name.
Might have whiffed
but
it.
Anyway, so Brady for 500, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. Westbrook always wears a bracelet inscribed with KB3 in honor of
forgot his
this
name.
late childhood friend of his.
Oh, no.
I can just take the first name.
No, it starts with a K.
I buzzed.
Yeah, that's
Who is-
incorrect.
Who is Kenny?
That is incorrect.
Kenny?
I don't know.
It's not Kenny.
Kelly? Kevin.
Rob.
Who is
Oh, no.
Kyle?
No.
That is
Ooh.
incorrect.
Not a bad guess.
Who is Kelsey Bars? The
Kelsey. Damn it.
So close.
Wow. Khel.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Who is it? Me?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
still.
Numbers
always.
game 300.
Third. All right. 10.7 points per game on 46.3% shooting, including 43.4% from three. Brandon.
Who is Corey Brewer?
Ooh, incorrect.
Is this last year?
This is a former Thunder player. I
Oh,
meant to put
okay.
the year and I didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
let's
I
make
should
it a
get
little more.
get my money back.
We locked you in.
But it should. I mean, the numbers themselves
Ooh.
actually speak.
Can I get another buzz?
That's the thing. The numbers
might be
actually.
able to.
The
Should
numbers
get one?
actually speak for themselves. Rob.
Kevin Martin. Who is Kevin Martin?
Incorrect.
Ooh, losing some more points.
fan favorite. Think fan favorite.
Jason. Do you want it?
You about to get a beep?
I think I'm going
Burr,
to
burr,
go
burr.
ahead and keep my points.
Who is Anthony Morrow?
Oh.
The three.
There's a. I remember specifically. I did not put the year for a reason.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Now.
Because that would have just been too obvious. You want numbers game for 4?
Yep.
Okay. 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in a win against Dallas on March 2nd, 2009. Brandon.
Who is Russell Westbrook?
Correct.
Of course it was.
Do you know why that's relevant?
His first triple double.
It was his first
Very first one.
triple-double.
That's an extra 500 points.
Nope.
That's not it.
Sure is not. As
right.
if you needed it.
Numbers game for
He's a greedy bastard.
I'll give out some points to you guys. If you...
Due to sample size, had the second best three-point field goal percentage on the team in 2017-2018, going 2 of 5 from beyond the arc. There are 2 possible answers. One is currently on the team, one is not. Rob, you buzzed in.
I'll be honest with you. I thought it was a different question.
That's fine. Hey, I can let it go if you want to. I won't deduct you points if you want to just let it
Because
go.
they're so far the other way.
Who had 2 for 5? I don't know. I can't think of anybody.
Is your brain working?
No.
Just a player. And who didn't shoot a lot of threes.
Andre Robertson.
That is
yeah.
incorrect.
Here I buzz.
Well, Jason,
Oh,
I guess
Jason?
technically
Go
had
ahead,
it there.
Jason.
Well, now I don't know if I know it.
Oh my gosh.
I froze. Oh, no. You go ahead and give it to him.
All right, Brandon.
Who is Kyle Singler?
Correct. Do you want to give me the other one?
So another person that went 2 for 5?
Yes. Not currently on the team, by the way. Recently traded.
Daniel Hamilton?
Oh.
All right. All right.
Never
that's a bonus.
played.
I'm only giving you the points for the one.
Oh, shit. All right.
Sorry.
Let's go for records. 100.
All
We need to be better, Rob. We got to step it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, you guys need to get it together.
These are Thunder records, so these are not. You're not gonna have, like, there might be some former players on here, but they still hold the record. I just want to throw that out there
Got it.
beforehand. This player holds the career record for most blocks per game in Thunder history. Rob,
Oh, it's Serge Ibaka.
correct.
Got it. Stepping it up.
Woo!
No high fives?
No high five.
He's locked in now.
Not until we get
Rob,
the
it's
money.
your board.
Let's do records for 300.
All right.
That's
Oh,
really
wow.
confusing.
This player has the highest single season value over replacement in NBA history. Jason,
Who is Russell Westbrook?
correct.
That was probably when Samaje Christian was his backup, huh?
I only know Russell Westbrook facts, by the
That
way.
was the triple. Yeah, it was the triple double
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, MVP.
Let's go records for 200.
You
Not
know,
be a
there's
dick
been
like
2
Rob.
triple-double seasons, huh?
Well, okay, the record setting.
Right.
What are you doing?
He didn't do it yet. There we go.
This player, now a commentator for the Thunder, posted an offensive rating of 128.7 in 2003-2004, highest in Seattle, Oklahoma City history. Jason.
Mm,
No, a
That
commentator.
can't be right.
Burp, burp, burp.
who is Michael Cage?
Oh, that's incorrect.
Couldn't have
Anyway,
been correct.
you ran out of time, but that's incorrect. Rob.
What's his name? Antonio
Oh,
Daniels. It was
there
Antonio
you go.
Daniels.
That makes more
There
sense.
it is.
I forgot he played for Seattle.
That
He
is
was
correct.
on the podcast
Yeah.
once.
Forgot he
What's
did
his
that.
name?
I
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
say Anthony Davis. I'm not here.
You did that again?
I just thought it would be kind of cool to throw that in.
I like
I
it.
mean, it was 128. That's a hell of an offensive rating that year.
Shout out Antonio Daniels. That is a
The
damn
commentator
good.
thing threw me off.
Records for 400.
All right.
I didn't know that he played for Seattle. to
This
be honest.
player holds the highest career 2-point field goal percentage in Thunder history. Rob,
Oh, he's on it.
Who is Kendrick Perkins?
incorrect.
Oh. Wow.
Brandon,
Who is Ennis Cantor?
incorrect.
Oh.
Jason,
Who is Steven Adams? Nope.
that was close, but incorrect.
Wow.
And I was gonna say, you
Cole
guys
Aldridge.
want to run this back? Like, who do you guys think?
Yeah, I'll go
Do you
again.
guys have an? I'm not gonna deduct you any points here.
Who is Nick Collison?
Incorrect.
Wow. Oh, I'm not deducting points?
Now, notice I
Hakeem
specifically
Thabit?
said 2 point.
I really
For
want
a
us to guess
reason.
this.
Who is Russell Westbrook?
Because
No.
if you include
Lowest, he said
his,
highest.
if you include his
percentage.
3-point percentage,
Never mind.
he drops way off the fucking face of the earth.
Andre Robertson?
Andre Robertson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do I
Give him
get
the
points?
points. Give him the points.
I'll take him.
I was told to give you points.
I'm taking him. I'll take him for sure.
Jason,
it's my
you know
board.
what? You
Your
control the
board.
board.
That's my board,
Fuck,
baby.
just-
We have to
I'm back.
we have
Screw
to
the
make
rules.
rules for dummies.
God damn it. Records for 500.
All right.
Because I'm so good at them.
This player holds the record for most single-season 3-point attempts in Thunder history. Rob,
Who is Carmelo Anthony?
incorrect.
Really not.
Jason,
Yes! Who is Paul George?
correct.
Yeah!
He's on fire.
Negative 1,000. Almost back.
Oh wow, you
Paul-
are getting pretty
Paul
close.
George said it this past season.
It did. You were wrong.
You guys aren't
I
even
thought
going
it
to
was
be able to
Carmelo
play in
instead.
Final Jeopardy.
Hey, by the
Oh,
way,
no, we're out. You're going to have to play him.
have you guys noticed a certain player has not come up in any of these answers?
Reggie Jackson. Yeah.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah,
I knew
he's
it.
a real son of
Why
a bitch.
would he? You know.
Jason, it's your board.
Also Royale Ivy. He has.
Yeah. I
I'm
forgot
going to flip
Royale
it in
Cheese.
reverse.
Oh,
The
wow.
early years for 500.
All right, Missy E.
Yep.
As is tradition, this point guard sat the fans down by scoring the first points in franchise history.
Ooh.
Brandon.
Who is Earl Watson?
Ooh, buckets!
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice, sir.
Well
I
done.
am very impressed. I thought that one would be pretty hard. I am thoroughly impressed. Brandon.
Thank you. Oh yeah, 200 or 400. Let's go reverse.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
going to do that
keeping
then. OKC was springing to life in 2011 when the franchise went above
Ooh.
500 for the first time in this month.
The
Good
month?
I want the month.
I don't know the month. I don't even know the months.
I mean, so this is the season
Rob's
they
face.
went and played the Mavericks. They lost to the Mavericks in the second round. Mavericks were on to win the championship.
Brandon.
What is November?
Incorrect.
Lost some points. I'm only 1,000 points back.
Also,
Or
notice there's
3,000
some
points back.
when things are in quotes, they're either a quote or it's a clue. Rob, you buzzed in. What you got?
What is February?
Incorrect.
The thing in quotes is springing.
Jason.
What is March?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I know what's spring.
I know what
February.
spring is.
so I actually added. I added
November's the better answer, clearly.
Well, I didn't know the quote.
How do you not know? Why would it be a quote?
I thought it was an ironic spring.
I said springing
Oh my
for
god!
a reason.
November.
I like how you try to talk about me. You're literally the bigger idiot.
he laid it out for you, though.
So,
He laid it out for everybody.
well, not this clearly.
dude, Brandon, you're the only one with positive money here. You're good. So the reason why
Yeah,
I
I'm
bring
beating
this
Rob
up.
by 7,000.
So this is March. It was March 18th. No, March 13th.
That's crazy.
2011. They beat the Pistons, and they were somewhere around 100 and 100 as a franchise. They were on the second game of a 6-game win streak. They have not been anywhere near 500 since then. They are well above 500.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Which is kind of cool to think about as such a young franchise.
All right.
We're super above
pretty awesome.
500, so we'll move on.
All right, my board.
Yep, Jason, you're bored.
I know what spring is, y'all. That's cool. Let's go early years for 300.
All right. The Thunder played in and won their first Christmas Day game against this opponent in 2010.
All these are hard. Good job.
This is tough. It's going to be an NBA team.
That's
sure.
one of the other 29 of them, right?
Mm-hmm. It'll be one of the other 29.
He wasn't sure. If they
Could be
were
the
30.
Bobcats, though, you know.
That's how the numbers work.
They don't exist
Okay,
anymore.
so all you guys seem to be stuck. The Thunder played in and won their
Buzz.
first Christmas Day game
Buzz.
against this. Yeah, I'm not going to give you the clue then.
Oh.
He wants the clue.
Who are
Give him
the
clue.
Minnesota Timberwolves?
No, give him the clue. He's minus
Against
5,000.
this Northwest Division opponent.
Oh, who are the
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Who are the Portland Trailblazers then?
That is incorrect.
Oh, Utah Jazz Nuggets.
Either you guys.
Nuggets?
Denver McNuggets.
Brandon.
Who are the Denver Nuggets?
That is correct.
Oh, my God.
I get points.
He did not need more points.
I didn't.
All right.
Early years, 200.
All right.
Let's close this thing out.
First player drafted after the league approved the Supersonics move to Oklahoma City. Jason.
Who is Russell Westbrook?
Incorrect.
What?
Yeah, that's got to be it.
First player not the first player drafted by Oklahoma City, I'm guessing, is the trick here.
Oh.
Rob's buzzed
Rob,
in, though.
you're in.
So who was number one in that draft?
Oh. I didn't think of that.
No, it was drafted by this franchise.
Oh.
Well, what now?
I guess it would be Kevin Durant then.
Oh.
Incorrect.
No, it'd be the year after.
Wait, what? Oh,
Brandon.
Who is James Harden?
Correct.
I see what's happening.
because
But it was
Russ had the
Because
hat.
it was that summer that
So-
they
Russ
did
had
it.
the hat.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook
That
was
was
drafted.
tricky.
Yeah, he was drafted
You
in
tricky son of
June.
a
yeah, he was.
He was drafted by the Seattle Supersonics.
That's right.
James Harden was the first Thunderer to ever be drafted.
And then that summer, the Thunder played in Summer League, and they were Oklahoma City in Summer League, and they had just generic jerseys. Like, they didn't have a logo or
Yeah.
anything. It was just Oklahoma City.
Yeah, when Russ was on that summer league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Atif Sharma on YouTube says negative money don't make none.
Very
That
good.
son of a
All right,
bitch.
guys. Early years for 100. Before switching to all Thunder Blue, the lanes on the Thunder's home court featured this color. Jason.
What is yellow?
Correct.
I think it's more of a...
Canary?
So the official colors of the Oklahoma City Thunder are Thunder Blue, Navy Blue, Sunset, and Yellow.
Sold.
Interesting fact.
Oh, this team that we cover? Oh, them? Oh, okay.
All right.
Heard of him.
Are you guys
Oh,
for
oh,
mostly meaningless Final Jeopardy?
Yes.
I'm going to bet all of my points and more.
Winner take all, baby.
All right. Jason, do you have some bed music you can
Yeah.
play after I ask
Oh,
this
good
question?
call. Good call.
After?
So what I
We'll
want
bleed
you
right into the Twitter questions.
what I want you guys to do just slack me your answer
Okay.
and your
Oh.
wager
I got to
there.
open Slack, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sorry you have to open Slack, but I'm giving you a huge time warning here. Like
Huge.
I'm telling you
Huge.
way in advance.
All right.
What's
So
the
the
question?
category is Final Four.
Okay.
The 3 players in Oklahoma City franchise history to win Most Outstanding Player of the NCAA Tournament. All members of the 2017-2018 Thunder team. I want you to name all 3, obviously.
Most outstanding. Wow. There's been 3?
There's been 3, and they were all on last year's team.
Oh, we have to do it directly. I almost did in general.
I also need your wagers.
Oh.
Can I wager more than I have?
Yeah.
Negative?
Yeah, anything goes in this game. Rob's 6 feet away
Can I
from
just
his
put?
microphone.
Can I just put 999999999?
I put all of the money.
Yeah, you could just do something funny here.
This is such a good moment in a
Podcast? Yeah,
podcast.
Okay, I've submitted my answer. How about you, Bob?
25.
I'm very much incorrect, I
don't know
believe.
the third
I think
one.
I got it.
I know the first 2. I don't know the third one.
I'm gonna have so many.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about my third one either.
You guys, I'm gonna have so many wrong points after this because I wagered all
Wrong
all the
points?
numbers.
I really can't think of a third one.
Just put
Hey,
something.
hey,
We're just
talk
waiting
into
on
the
Rob.
microphone.
We're just waiting on Rob here.
Oh.
It is
I don't
definitely
have a
summer,
third
you guys.
one. Somebody was on the. I don't know.
Are you doing math over there? 1.
I gotta get to 3, so.
All right, answers are due.
I'm just submitted
Just-
mine.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All
I
right.
didn't get it.
So,
Just an abrupt stop to the final Jeopardy. And here we are.
And here we are. Are you gonna do it?
the question was the 3 players in OKC franchise history to win Most Outstanding Player of the NCAA Tournament, all members of the 2017-2018 Thunder team. The correct answer:
2 are easy.
Carmelo
Oh
Anthony,
God, damn!
Kyle Singler,
I missed. I
And
missed
Corey
2
Brewer.
of the 3.
Oh,
I got
Brewer.
1.
I got Singler and Brewer, and I missed.
I got Mello, and I
got-
just said Paul
Yeah,
George
I
and
got
Russ.
Mello in.
See, I was like,
Singler.
did Nick Carlson win one? But like at some point,
he did not because he lost to Carmelo in the Final Four.
I didn't know if he
never
won
was
before
gonna-
that.
I
never
don't know
was
why I
gonna-
wrote those things. I have negative 9999999.999.
So Corey Brewer was on that national championship team.
Ah.
Kyle Singler was also on it.
Corey Brewer won
key
twice.
Here, the key here is that all 3 of them were on national.
The real
championship
problem
teams.
with a lot of this was a lot of college basketball.
Corey Brewer won. There were 2 questions. Corey Brewer won in 07. Russ won in 08. Or sorry, not Russ, but Kyle Singler won in 2010, I believe. And
things
then-
really went downhill from there.
And then Carmelo Anthony won in 03.
All right.
So there you go.
You guys want to get into some of them questions?
Brandon, I
let's-
guess you technically win.
yeah,
oh,
I win.
no, he certainly won.
Let's get to some social media inquiries.
Social media inquiry.
And also, thanks to everyone out there for just sticking that through. You know it. We're in these days of summer, man. We got to get creative with these episodes, and we like to have a little bit of fun too. We can't just keep beating in the ground. You know what a Schroeder Noel pick and roll is going to look like.
It's going to be cool, though. It is going to be cool.
It is going to be great, and we're probably going to have something like that in the Twitter questions. So how about that?
Oh, yeah. Here we're getting into some analysis now.
I'm excited, actually. Let's
Get
talk about some
serious.
real stuff. Get Rob back awake
Yeah.
with his unsweet tea.
From Seth Graves at Kane OKC, who wins a fight, Steven Adams or Jason Momoa?
Oh, I thought they were going to say me. I was going to say definitely Steven Adams for sure.
Still definitely Steven
yeah.
Adams, though,
Yeah, I'm
right?
going to go him.
So
He can't be hurt.
I don't know who that is.
Although Jason Momoa,
he's the guy from Game of Thrones.
I will say,
Oh,
can
Steven Adams.
can they use like weapons? Because that dude can throw an axe.
But that guy's 39. He's 6'4".
So can Jason Momoa.
No, I'm.
See-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Boom.
Was.
Yeah, but
Nice.
you're talking 7 feet to 6'4". 39 years old to 25 years
You
old.
looked up some stats.
Give me the Steven Adams, man.
Yeah. Also, even if he got hit with an axe, does it like bother him at all? Probably not.
Momoa?
No. other guy. God damn it.
The one that plays for the basketball teams.
I like that he didn't pick up either of those. It's like, yeah, all right.
Next.
From Philippe Costa at Costa Philippe. It's just the old switcheroo.
Yeah.
Here we go with a few, which is more likely questions.
Several.
First, PG finishing season with top 5 votes for MVP or
Let's start with that.
not making any NBA team at all.
Oh, sorry. Cut that
Or-
off. Read it again.
So PG finishing with top 5 votes for MVP or not making any NBA all team.
So which is more likely?
I'm going
Yes,
to
which is more
go
likely?
not making any NBA all team.
So I'm going the opposite.
I think I go the opposite too.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I don't think. Yeah, to
I
me,
don't think he's getting
Because I think Melo out of his way helps. And he missed some games last year and he still made the third team.
Yeah.
plus Russ. I mean, Russ is. If either of them are gonna get the MVP votes, it's going to be Russ.
Right. But
That's what
like
I'm saying.
but let's say that
No, that's what I'm saying.
no, he said PG.
Yeah. We're talking about Paul George.
You agreed.
Okay.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
he's going to
yeah.
get top 5 votes for MVP?
Is more likely.
Paul George is?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
See,
part.
More
that's
like-
what I'm
yeah, more
talking
likely.
about.
More.
You're wrong.
More likely Paul George gets top 5 votes for MVP or doesn't get on an all NBA team. I think it's more likely he gets a, and we're just talking votes, not that he finishes top 5, but just that he gets some votes.
Some votes? Well,
And my thinking is,
Some
if the
Oklahoma
Thunder have a
City-
good season, he's so good on defense, and especially with Robertson in there, he gets a lot of credit that might not even be completely 100% deserved
Yeah.
because Robertson helps so much. But if Paul George's points per game go up, if he averages 25 a game and he's awesome on defense,
He's
he'll
gonna
probably get some.
votes,
He'll
yeah.
probably get some.
I agree.
all right. All right.
Second, Russ averaging less than 22 points a game or averaging a triple-double for the 3rd straight year.
Definitely averaging a triple-double for
The
the
number
third
was
straight
22 points a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
definitely
getting that
triple
third
double.
trip
It's
dub.
more
Yeah.
likely.
It's happening. I
Oh,
think.
absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's just kind of
That's
part of how
sad.
it works. Oh,
Sorry.
That's fine.
just a little dribble.
Next,
I had to take you. Dennis winning 6th man of the year or being traded before the end of the season, which is more likely?
I say 6th man of the year.
I agree.
Yeah. I'll go with it.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
How many minutes does he have to play to be in the running? He's got to play at least 25 a game, right?
I would say 25.
20,
is your
25?
cutoff.
25?
Lou Williams will always be up there.
Yeah,
Eric
because he's
Gordon will
basically a
always be up
starter
there.
that just plays just few enough minutes to.
If Golden State wins at least 60 games, Iguodala will be up there. Iguodala can average like 4 points, 3 assists, and they'll be like, yeah, but it's Iguodala. So,
Glue guy.
Yeah, glue guy. It's Iguodala.
Glue dollar.
Boom.
Got it.
From Ben Burke at Ben_Burke10. Hard hitting question. What is the single best pizza topping?
So you can't have a combo of pizza toppings?
No.
It's a single
What's the
one.
best
Get one.
Yeah.
Does cheese count as
No.
a
Oh
topping?
my
Cheese is a
God.
standard.
Okay, I'm just making
Cheese-
sure.
You just,
Che-
you have to
just
have cheese
attacked
for the
You're
pizza.
automatically assuming.
I know it was like insane.
You're assuming that
Like-
you're assuming that there's
How could
already
you even
crust,
say
already
that?
sauce, already cheese.
Yeah. Okay.
Who eats pizza without cheese?
So
It's just the marinara sauce. Oh,
I'll say
It's just garlic bread at that point.
oh.
I'll say pepperoni.
I think pepperoni's the classic. Like,
Gotta be pepperoni.
It's
if
so
you're
easy.
saying for everyone else,
Like,
and yeah, I
when
gotta
when
always have pepperoni on any of my stuff.
When I pick a pizza, I don't pick pepperoni. That's not what I go to. But if I feel like I had to have one for like the rest of the time and I could only have one, that'd be
Yeah.
the one.
Right.
it's such a great.
Said the word
standard.
one a lot.
Have you guys had chicken pep though?
Oh, it's super good.
Chicken pep's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a high five on that one.
I always high five.
All right.
until he doesn't.
Yeah.
Next.
This is sorry, it's loading really slowly.
It's okay.
From Big Is 23 at Big Is 23 producer. I can't click the like button.
Yeah, please.
What would Yo consider to be? I think that's you. What would you? I'm just reading as it is.
That's fine.
What would you consider to be a disappointing season for this year's Thunder squad?
That's a good
What was
question.
it? What do we just? What would be a disappointing?
Yeah, what would be disappointing? I guess like the best, but still disappointing thing.
I think if you lose in the first round again, that's the disappointment.
I agree. If you don't exceed the win total of last season in
Oh,
regular
that's a good
season,
point.
and if you don't make it out of the first round,
It's a little twofer right there.
disappointing. What makes it, and we beat it into the ground, but what makes it good is like if you do have a disappointing season, it's not
It's
the end of
okay.
the world
It's
anymore.
okay this
Yeah.
time, but also I'd like it to be better.
yeah, obviously, let's Let's make it better.
Let's be better.
What did you say,
agree?
Rob? Do you think it's disappointing if, like, say you get to the second round, you lose in 5 games? Disappointing? As of now, as of where we stand now?
I would say it really depends on how they lose. Like, if they're close games, if they lose in the first round, for sure.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
if they get to the second round and let's say, I mean, I don't know.
Say they're the 4 seed and Rockets get 1 seed again or something.
Or something like that. And they're close games, but you want to at least think that they're moving in that direction, right? And
Right.
so I think if they get to the second round and they lose in 5, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a disappointment if those games were close and maybe they just couldn't come up at the end.
It'd also be terribly disappointing if they lost to the Rockets because Melo's on the Rockets.
Also, I was
now.
about to say, if the Rockets get the first seed again, is that Melo's definitely coming off their bench.
Yeah, fair point.
Okay.
Nailed it.
From Zach Flowers at Zach_Flowers. If you could pick 4 Thunder players from the current roster to compete in a dunk contest, who would you pick? And who do you think would win? That's actually y'all pick, but yeah.
You throw in T. Ferg, Jeremy Grant,
Diallo.
Diallo, and Russ. Oh, is Russ
I
not
don't know
really
if
a
Russ.
dunk,
Yeah, I don't know if Russ would be
contest
great
guy?
in the dunk contest anymore. He's great in game, obviously,
Oh
but
my God.
he's a right-handed dunker.
And he has to,
He
like,
cocks it back and he hammers it home. That's
It's a
what
power.
he
It's
does.
a power
Yeah.
dunker.
yeah.
So those 3: Jeremy
Those 3.
Grant, Ferguson, Diallo. We need
And
another one.
Who's the 4th?
Raymond Felton.
What about Abrinas? What if he could show a little? What about Robertson? I mean, he's got the knee.
Nah,
Not with the knee.
What about Adams?
He's-
Could he be fun?
boring dunker.
It'd all be alley-oops, just
Yeah.
somebody throwing it off the glass.
But like he
That
gets
could
some
be fun that
fingertips.
way.
But hey, you could do that in a dunk contest, though.
Yeah, you can do
I
that.
guess it has
That's
to be
cool.
Russ. It has to be Russ.
Yeah.
it's
See
got-
what he can do.
Because he probably would be creative in it.
Yeah, he'd try.
Yeah.
He'd try.
He might
Who would
actually
win?
just
Who
rip
wins?
through
Yeah,
it.
I honestly think it's T. Ferg.
I think
He's
it's
already won a dunk
Grant,
contest.
Grant
Ferg
with
or
those
Grant?
with those long arms could do some fun things.
But I think I agree with you, T. Ferg, though.
Yeah, I'd agree too.
He's got the pedigree already.
know
So
what?
that kind of helps out.
He's got the ped. I agree
No,
with you
no,
guys.
no.
No.
Oh, God.
All right, let's wrap this thing up.
Let's get out of here on that one.
What's next?
That awkward moment when you accidentally click out on the one that you
Oh.
are trying to. Why is it not pulling up?
So,
Your computer breaking?
Do you just remember it maybe? Or
what kind of dunks,
It's
you know what
been
they
done.
do? Or?
From Dr. Rabbit at Drummer Rabbit. Over under 60 seconds of TNT airtime with the camera zoomed in on Russ's face during GSW's ring ceremony on open night.
Oh,
opening
that's
night.
I'm gonna
easy over.
way over.
Well, but what if it's like
click the like
60
button?
seconds in a like all in a row? Like, will they go to him and just,
Just stay
I go
on it.
under
on
there
him for a while?
But what would you be surprised if they just have like the main ceremony in the picture, right?
lower?
And then a random window of Russ's face in the
a
bottom.
picture of him, and there's just 2 camera guys
for
on
a
each side of him.
while, I would not be shocked. Can you
Yeah.
imagine like us watching that while we have to watch Russ the entire
Oh.
time? It'd be brutal.
It is so brutal too, because like the what it is too is I get it because people like to troll Russ and they like to give Russ a hard time about the way he plays, but the reason why it's funny to do that anyways is because the dude wants it so bad.
Yeah.
Like he cares that much, and that's why you can even do that.
What if he's just getting shots up the entire time? He's like,
That'd be
"What are you
great.
guys doing? We're still warming
Or
up."
what if he goes and disrupts it? Like just
Ooh.
kind of walks through it and pretends that I
Slaps
didn't
it,
know. Oops.
Slaps it like Rodney Hood would slap a phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all finish, but give me my ball. I gotta go shoot some hoops.
Next.
From Thunderup at Fuck You Fallon.
Oh, nice.
Who do you expect to have a better season, Diallo or Burton?
Diallo.
Diallo.
Burton's on
Yeah.
the 2-way.
Yep.
I mean, it's got to be Diallo, right?
There's just so much. Everybody with the summer league is just all about Burton. I think that's the only reason that this is even a question, because the hope there, even for the Thunder, is that Diallo is going to maybe not have an impact this year as much, but going forward, that's the hope, is that you want, you need some of these younger guys to be able to come up and
I think you hope that Diallo shows you a little something in those first 30, 40 games, and then that makes Ferguson expendable.
Yeah.
That's what happens there. And then maybe if other teams value Ferguson, then maybe you can bring in another piece
Right.
using him
that.
that really helps you get to a championship level now.
Yeah.
So is that assuming that Dre isn't healthy to start the season? If you think Diallo's going to get...
I'm not saying I think
Anything.
he's going to get. I just mean like if they were to throw him out there in garbage time, or maybe he scores a a couple rotation minutes here and there. That's all I mean. I don't.
Just kind of
I
watching
do not,
him over the year, they might be like, well, this is
right,
we
or
kinda wanna
even
go
in
this way.
practice or
Yeah,
something.
that's-
You know.
From our boy T at Drinking T, how many 10 assist games do you think Schroeder ends up with off the bench?
All right, let's do this. I'll set it. I'll set it over and under at 1.5.
Under.
I'll go under. If you had done, I mean, I'll go over. If you had done
2.
no, if you had done 4.5, I think I would have had to think about it a little bit more.
Let's
Like,
see.
I'll go over with you on
Are
this.
you looking up how many 10 assist games?
Last
Schroeder
year
had?
he had 6 total.
I'll give him 2 this year, so I'm gonna go over.
I'd go under.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under. I don't think he gets one.
I don't either.
It's very possible.
Well, you also have to so you're assuming that that's 10
Yeah.
assists coming off
I'm
of
gonna have 20 assists
pretty much
between the two of them.
Nerlens Noel and maybe a few jump shots. There's
I don't
not a
know that
whole
that's true. I
Well,
mean, I
there's
think there's
not
going
a
to be
whole lot
some,
of shooting.
Well, there's also going to be Paul George, I
Yeah.
would hope.
Yeah.
True.
And
And
yeah,
he'll play, and he'll play with Russ too, but
Right.
a lot of it depends on how much does he play with Russ. And those minutes that he does play with Russ, how much does he even handle the ball?
well,
Right, yeah.
My hope also is that this team. That
Oh.
yeah, that's
Oh.
terrible. That this team, like, the hope is always that they can actually rest during some of these bad games, and hopefully Schroeder can get minutes and look better and
Right.
pad his stats a little bit on
And,
those games.
and to piggyback on that too is in some of those games, like say the third quarter, you bring Schroeder in his normal rotation minutes, and he's picking teams apart.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, let's just ride this guy out.
Yeah, let's just keep
ride him.
going.
And
Yeah.
that's not to say even in the fourth quarter sometimes. I
Right.
mean, there's hope that you can play Schroeder with Russ and
And they can both
in
share.
late game.
Yeah. Is that it?
Gotta learn to share, kids.
That's it.
That's all of them.
Let's bust through these notes.
Let's get these notes going. Notes!
All right, I'm going to run through these. The Celtics have signed P.J. Dozier to a two-way contract. Dozier was a two-way player for the Thunder last season. Good luck to P.J. It's weird. There's been like a
Who
lot
did
of
it?
Celtics.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a lot of Celtics Thunder action here lately,
Yeah.
right? Working together. It appears as if Russell Westbrook and his wife Nina are set to have their second child.
Pretty exciting.
He
He's gonna be
needs to
tired
focus
again.
on basketball.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You know that's going to happen, though. If people are just, hey, you ever think about working on your jump shot?
You gonna stop having kids or?
So congrats to Russell and
No,
Nina.
that's awesome.
Dennis Schroeder got engaged, everybody.
Nice.
You know, if he would focus on basketball. The
He's
NBA
just beating guys' ass and getting engaged.
He's had quite the summer. Or quite the year, I should say. The NBA is releasing the full season schedule tomorrow. Would have been nice if they'd done that yesterday. We could have something to talk
Yeah,
about.
it's like they don't even think about
Yeah,
us.
we could have we could have talked about it tomorrow. Well, we had that. That's great. But there's several
Your
weeks
face.
we could have done Jeopardy this summer.
I do wonder, like, are you guys worried at all that we may have to wait a little while for that first home game? Like, if you're gonna start in
Right.
California,
Oh,
that's,
no.
maybe they're gonna go through.
Go down to LA, go to Sacramento, Portland, or
I
something.
wonder if we're
Should we
gonna have
just
to wait
all
a
go
little
hang
bit.
out outside the arena and just?
Although I will say is the NBA released that first week of the first week national TV schedule. Thunder only on there that opening night against Golden State.
And you would think if they were gonna play the Lakers,
Right.
that would be on there.
Yeah, you would think so. You would definitely be on there.
Yeah.
Especially
LeBron,
with Paul
maybe?
George thing, and so they're not gonna. So maybe
Yeah,
they go to
that's-
Jazz, Denver, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's fun to
Yeah.
speculate on what the schedule might be. So as I said,
Because we pretty much know.
three Thunder games have been released so far. Opening night at Golden State on TNT, Christmas at Houston on ABC, and Martin Luther King Jr. Day at New York. That one won't be nationally televised, but it is cool that they're playing on that day. Get this, odds for opening night and Christmas Day have already been released. The Thunder are 8.5-point underdogs at Golden State.
I'll take 'em.
And they're 5-point underdogs at Houston.
I'll take them.
Give me the points in both of those.
Hell yeah, let's go,
Let's
baby.
do it.
Straight up.
NCAA basketball says it will now allow elite, in quotes, elite high school and college prospects to be represented by an agent. And they will also permit players to return to school if unselected in the NBA draft.
Huh.
I don't really know what to take from this,
The NCAA is it's a fun place. You know?
isn't it?
They're good at stuff.
This is the same organization that won't let kids transfer freely.
Yeah, it's retarded.
Oh, I don't. You want to go to that
say
school?
can I?
You cannot.
Can't say
No,
that
you
word. Westbrook's latest shoe, last one. Westbrook's latest shoe, the Why Not 0.1 Low Gray, is available now. So if you guys are looking for a Westbrook shoe, it's out there.
Cool.
Hey, fun
You'll get
episode,
it.
guys. Little crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking this out, like I said earlier, with us, guys. We'll have some more heavier content when we're talking about the Thunder. We'll be going
get
for it.
back.
We just needed a week to have a little bit of fun. Drink a little wine. Talk to
Drink
Wet.
too much wine.
It's fine.
I drink all your wine.
No, you didn't.
Oh, you need to drink way
I
more
drank
than
like
that.
3/4 of your wine.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so, Tim.
Thanks for
All right.
tuning in. Thanks to Weston Shepherd of Up the Thunder for joining us today. Subscribe to us on YouTube. You can watch all these episodes and more live or on demand. You can find us on iTunes. Go rate and review 5 stars. Always helps us out. Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, anywhere else that you can find podcasts. We are there. You can find us at okcthunderheads.com. We're back next week with another one. Till then, and as always, Thunder up.